Welcome back, everybody, to the GGBL. We got the All-Star Festivities episode here for you guys tonight. Yeah, cover that MLB logo up. We're not doing the MLB Home Run Derby. It's GGBL Home Run Derby time. We got a few good names, quite a bit of few names here, big names. All MLB players, of course. I didn't anticipate any of these AAA level, AA level, custom prospect guys to even compete with these dudes like Bryce Harper, Castellanos, Rosarena, Will Myers, Matt Olson, you name it. It's all MLB players here in this Home Run Derby. For the Home Run Derby, we're going to be showing some quick highlights. Obviously, we got a lot of players to cover. We got a lot of swings. We got a lot of home runs to cover, too. So, probably going to be covering some hot streaks, some home run streaks. Maybe just kind of get through some of these guys' at-bats, I guess you would say, or their appearances, their matchups here pretty quickly. We'll cover some home runs that wow me as well, like this one, like 389, right above Big Blue. Here at Renway Park, by the way, it's a off play of Fenway Park. Carolina Blue Sox, Boston Red Sox, you guys get the idea. So we've got the Big Blue wall out there in right field. It's Big Blue. So if you can't get over it, you officially have to say Big Blue got you right there. It's part of the deal. It's part of the lore for the GGBL. So right now, Brandon Lowe, guys, 11 home runs. That's going to be number 12. He ended up hitting 13 in round number 1, going up against Matt Olson. Brandon Lowe is the 8 seed in this matchup. Matt Olson would be the 1 seed in this matchup. So he gets 1v8, and we'll have to see how Matt Olson does. Got to hit double digits in 4 minutes. Can he do it? Well, he's going to finally get the first one above Big Blue with 15 seconds gone by. So his first couple swings were not going to go. That's 1 home run, 2 home runs, 3 home runs. That's 3 home runs in a row. He's now got 4 with 3 minutes left to go. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. Let's see if he can hit a 5th one out. Is this one going to go? It's to right center field. That's part of the, probably one of the deepest parts of the ballpark. It's got 415 launched. 5 home runs now. Could it be 6? Possibly. Got to get a little carry. Nope, it's going to hit off the wall. We're down to 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. This one looks like it's going to hug the foul line, but it is going to go. That's good for 435. So Olson has 12 with 53 seconds left, and this one is going to tie. 366. It's a line drive home run right above the wall. And this one to deep center field. Is it going to have enough to carry? It is not. That's a tough one to get to. But 40 seconds left. Could possibly walk it off here. Nope. It's going to go foul. Matt Olson with that raw power. Is this one going to finally go out? Is he going to finally put Brandon Lowe away? Yes. Hits 14 in round number 1. He'll advance to round number 2 to either take on Josh Donaldson or Jesse Winker. We're going to watch that matchup next. My money's on Jesse Winker, man. After seeing, I don't know. I really don't know, actually. P.S. I do know. I edited the video. I do know who wins it. But I honestly, if I'm playing towards, being who I would have picked, I probably would have tried to pick Jesse Winker. Honestly, in this matchup, I think the Big Blue wall is kind of more of a fear factor than anything. As you guys saw, both lefties, Brandon Lowe and Matt Olson, hit double digits in home runs, but Josh Donaldson's out here hitting double digits as well. He's got 13 with the last swing of the appearance here not going to go out, so he hits 13 home runs in his first round appearance. We'll see what Jesse Winker does. I would have thought initially, before even editing this, that righties would have the advantage just because of that fear factor with that blue wall. But it looks like it's not really a factor. Like, yeah, you gotta get up a little bit more. It's about 391 to the fence. So 380, 391 to the fence. So, yeah, I think Jesse Winker's got a good shot here to take out Josh Donaldson, but with 1:57 left and only 6 home runs, you got to get to 7 to make it half. So he does, but he's got 10 now with 15 seconds. This one is going to go. Yes, this one's 425. He doesn't have any bonus time either, so this is not good for Jesse Winker. He's got a really... Okay, so he's got a shot here. 4 seconds. This has got to be the home run. It's got to go out. Is it going to get enough carry? That's the question. It doesn't. It bounces right off the tippity top of the wall. And Josh Donaldson will advance. Jesse Winker gave it a nice little run. Missed out by 1 home run to tie. So it's going to be Donaldson and Matt Olson in round number 2 on the left side of the bracket. So let's go on out here to the right side of the bracket where we have Will Myers taking on Nick Castellanos. So 2 NL East opponents. NL West. NL East. I'm so used to talking about the good boys. This is the NL West, guys. NL West. Colorado, Western State. California, Western State. Derp. Big time derp. Speaking of big time derps, Will Myers. Guys, what's going on with Will Myers? He's more of a line drive hitter. I know he's got some pop in his bat. Always has. But naturally, Will Myers has been more of that opposite field approach type of guy. Gonna hit those line drive, hit those gaps. He's got single digits right now. He's pushed himself up to 6 home runs. This will be number 7 at 396 that falls. 5 seconds left to go. He makes contact here. Some good contact, but that's going to drop at the base of the wall. So Nick Castellanos, got to get to 7. Got to get to 8 to win. I think he can do it. You know, Nick Castellanos has got some really, really nice power numbers in his last couple seasons as a big league pro. And he's up to 5 right now with 2 minutes left. You guys remember we start off with 4 minutes in each round. Each round is 4 minutes. He's not even halfway there yet. He's a little over halfway. He's still got more than halfway to make up 2 home runs to beat Will Myers. And I think he's going to do it here. He's got 7 with 2 minutes and 13 seconds. And is this going to be the one to do it? It is gone. 4:55. It was a moonshot there to put Will Myers away. So Castellanos will advance to round number 2 to take on either Bryce Harper or Randy Arozarena. So Randy Arozarena is going to be the first one up here. This is going to be an interesting matchup because Randy's got some raw power numbers here too, man. He hits for average 318, 22 home runs, 57 ribbies. I think he could give Harper some challenge here. Now, of course, Harper is he's literally the best player in the GGBL this year. Now, depending on who comes over next year, like Mike Trout, maybe Acuna, maybe Tatis Jr., you could have a debate. But this year, Bryce Harper, by far, bar none, is the best player in the GGBL. So a lot of you guys picked Bryce Harper to win this thing. So maybe Randy can pull off the upset. I don't know, man. He's got 6 home runs right now. He's doing the same thing as Will Myers did. Single digits is probably not going to cut it. It's really not going to cut it. And you know what? He's facing a little bit of bad luck right now. So Randy Arozarena, a lot of line drives, a lot of center field shots. He knows he messed up. He knows he left Bryce Harper an opening. So we'll see what Bryce Harper does here. 261 career home runs. He's inching ever closer to 300 club. I think he's going to get there next season with GGBL play. Now, depending on what the pitching staffs do, if they get a little bit better, because Harper's just raking right now. I think at one point he was hitting like 380 at the end of a month. Like, he's insane this season. So right now, 3 minutes and 25 seconds. This one goes out at 4:09 above the big blue wall. He's got 3, he's got 4, he's got 5. This would be number 6 if it goes. We'll see. 3 minutes passed. Is it going to go? Yes, 399. He ties Arozarena, and with 250 left to go, is it going to carry? Is this the elimination home run? It is not. It hits off the base of the wall. It'd be an insane drought. It'd be an insane upset if Harper can't just hit 1 with over 2 minutes, and he does. So Harper's going to advance to take on Nick Castellanos on the right side of the brackets, and we'll see how that all plays out. So it's going to be Castellanos, Harper, Olson, and Donaldson as your final 4. So we're going to skip ahead in this matchup on that left side. Donaldson's got 4 home runs right now, so again, just on pace to only hit those single digits. He's got to get 5 more This one's going to be a long home run, 454. He's got 6 homers with 210 left. He could probably get to 10. I think in order to beat Matt Olson, though, as the number 1 seed, you're going to have to get like 11. You're going to really have to get 11 or 12 in order to take him out, or at least just compete with him. So Donaldson does have the bonus time. He did get that 30 seconds bonus, so we're going to jump ahead to that. He's got 9 homers with the bonus time in his back pocket, and this is going to be number 10 at 4:09. 5 seconds left. A big-time shot. Is this going to go? Hopefully it does. Looks like it's just going to go foul, though. So that's going to be an out. Actually, they don't do outs anymore. They don't do outs anymore. I remember when they did outs. I'm giving away my age. This is all time. It's all time-based now. So Matt Olson's got to get 10. That's the magic number. To tie, 11 would be the magic number to win. Go figure. All right. 417 for Olson. Now he's on fire. So with only a minute gone by, he's already got half of Donaldson's numbers here. So there's number 6. Could be. Olson's really liking that gap. 443. That's a big-time shot. If I'm Olson, though, I'm going to try to get a little bit more towards the line. Definitely more towards that pull side versus the gap, because that is a deep, deep gap there, especially considering the wall. I want to get a little bit more towards the foul pole a little bit. That's where I'm trying to aim here. But there's number 8, there's number 9, and there is number 10 for Olson. And that one got out in a hurry. 4:02, that's going to be the tie. 1:51, and Olson is going to eliminate Josh Donaldson. 394. 11 home runs for Matt Olson. He advances to the finals. He's either going to take on Castellanos or Bryce Harper. That's who we're going to figure out right now. Castellanos, we see his first one going out here with a little under 30 seconds gone by. Going to jump here to 3 home runs. This one's actually pretty surprising. Like, he hit that one to deep center field. That's crazy. So if you're Castellanos, again, this is not somewhere where I want to go. I don't want to go to center field. I want to go to that line. I want to go to the line. I want to try to hug the lines a little bit. This one's not. Is this one going to go out? Oh my God, it does. 4:04. Castellanos goes to the opposite side of the field, hits this thing out. Now Castellanos with 30 seconds left to go, doesn't have any bonus time yet, and he's only got 6 home runs. And now he's wasting time here. Dude, you got to go. You got to get into that box. You got to start ripping stuff, but he's going to hit a grounder here. I think he's getting tired. 0 seconds left. This one's got to go, and it does. For 420, he's going to hit 8. So Castellanos again with single digits. Is Bryce Harper getting lucky here, guys? Is he getting lucky? He only had to hit 7 to beat Randy Arozarena, and he's got to beat 8. He's got to hit 9 home runs. He hasn't had to hit double digits like Matt Olson has had to do. So I think it's going to be Harper and Matt Olson. Like, I don't know if there's any other option here. I mean, Bryce Harper's got 20 seconds gone by, and he's already hit 3 bombs. So he's inching ever closer to Castellanos. It's good for 453. That earns him bonus time if he needs it. I don't think he's going to need it because he's got 4. He's already at halfway there. Here's a line drive above the wall. Oh my God. Bryce Harper, you are insane, sir. 5 home runs. This could be number 6, and it is. 428. Here's another shot. That's number 9. And that's going to eliminate Nick Castellanos. And he shakes his head and says, man, I should have been not trying to go for center field or right field. Apo Taco. So Bryce Harper eliminates Nick Castellanos, and we got Olson and Harper, the 2 1 seeds, to face off against one another. So Bryce Harper's going to actually go first, and I don't know if that's actually a that might be because Matt Olson hit the most home runs in round 1 and 2, I believe. Harper, again, had to only hit the single digits. So we'll see what happens here, but Harper is just unloading now. With a minute gone by, he's got 5. So he's halfway to double digits, and I think he's probably going to get there. He might even hit... He could hit like 14, maybe 15, maybe 17 at this rate, guys. I mean, 17 would be insane, and that would be insanely hard to beat. He's got 9 with 1:50 left. Yeah, he could easily get to 16, 17. 438, And right center field gap, he's got 12 with 25 seconds. Doesn't have any bonus time yet. It's going to be number 400. 400 foot, I should say. 13 homers on the championship round here. Here's a deep shot to right center field. That one's going to go too. So 14 homers. This is his last swing. Time has officially expired, and that is going to go out. That is number 15. He's hit 15 home runs. So I was sitting there complaining about how Bryce Harper hadn't hit double digits in homers, and there he is, right? So he put me to rest for sure. 15 home runs, Matty O. What are you gonna do? What's your response gonna be? Boom! Get the first one out of here. Get out. Gotta love it. 385. Keep going, baby. 6 home runs now. You need 9. You need 9 more home runs, dude. 8 home runs in a minute 35. I don't know if he's gonna be able to do it, guys. He's gonna have to get on a huge hot streak here. So that is number 8. 419. Is that gonna be number 9? It's got enough juice. It's got enough legs. That's out too. 431. 15 to 9. A minute and 5. That one looks like it's going to go as well. It is. 385. That's a big time shot. 40 seconds. You got to get 5. 5 home runs in 40 seconds. Can you do it? 30 seconds to go. This one, again, right center field gap. That's going to run off the wall. That's a big shot here. It could be 12. And it is. So 400-foot bomb, but he's got 18 seconds. And this one's a line drive right off the base of the wall. Hit the dirt. And guys, with 10 seconds left, this one's going to go foul. Matt Olson can't hit 3 home runs in 5 seconds. So this one is officially over. Congrats to Bryce Harper. And for those of you guys that picked Bryce Harper to win the GGBL Home Run Derby, Matt Olson gave it a valiant run, but Harper was the better man. So Harper gets the trophy. You guys who picked Harper, you get a point. And I don't think Harper hit the most home runs, though. I think Matt Olson did. Definitely. He had double digits in each round. And Harper only had single digits in round 1 and 2. And then he got the double in round number 3, which is the championship round. So in total, Matt Olson will be your question 2 winner, which will be who will have the most home runs in the Derby. So Matt Olson will win that one, but Bryce Harper did win the overall Derby. So, guys, your all-star rotations and your lineups. There's a quick little snapshot of what we're looking at here for the all-star game. I'll show you guys the AL. I'll go to the AL lineup and the bench so you guys can kind of get an idea of who's playing, who's starting, what the lineups are looking like before we go into the matchup. And then I'll show you guys the NL as well. So before we get into the game, I just want to let you guys know that I'm not going to show every single out, but I did not capture the box score. So I didn't get the line score. So I didn't see, like, you know, if somebody got a double or somebody got a single. So in order to kind of keep your guys' points matched up with the fantasy challenge, like you were asked to pick any 5 all-star starters, in order to keep that in line, I want to be able to know like what each guy did. So we're going to focus on those guys specifically and see how they performed. Keep in mind, there's a lot of switching, there's a lot of changes, there's a lot of lineup manipulation that the CPU does in all-star games and spring training. So I'm going to show you guys who subbed in, who subbed out, who the pinch hitters are, who the bullpen guys are coming in, because there's going to be a lot of movement, and I want to be able to speak to that when I commentate. So we've got Trevor Bauer and Garrett Cole being the starters for their respective squads here. First batter of the All-Star game is going to be a little pop-out, and here's Alex Bregman going to strike out by Trevor Bauer, and then Bryce Harper comes up with a 1-0 count, and he says, let's continue the home run derby into the All-Star game. That's going to be a solo home run, giving the American League, or the All-Star League, a 1-0 lead. Now look at Matt Olson. I may not have won the home run derby, but man, can I juggle. That's a crazy defensive play there. But either way, good team up there. Good team up there defensively, but either way, it is a 1-0 AL lead. Thank you to Bryce Harper. Now look at Mookie Betts. Look at this play. Holy cow, Starling Marte is feeling a little bit robbed there. He could have had another shot to get another swing at it, but great play by Mookie Betts. Let's go to the top of the second inning here. Here's another strikeout, and that is going to complete the strikeout there. Another strikeout here for Bauer as well. So we got 2 down here at the top of the second. We got Brandon Lowe, who's going to strike out as well. So Trevor Bauer strikes out the side, and we go to the bottom of the second inning. Garrett Cole is still out there. Cody Bellinger was one of your dudes to pick from in your weekly fantasy challenge, and he's going to ground out. Here's Matt Olson. Can he hit a home run? Nope. Garrett Cole's going to get him swinging on a high and inside fastball. And then Josh Donaldson. Can he hit a home run? No, but he will get a walk. He will get a walk, and Keston Hiura comes up, gets a base knock right back up the middle, and now the NL is threatening here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Let's see what we've got from Wilmer Flores, and he's going to get jammed, and he strikes out as well. So let's turn it over to Jacob deGrom from the Dallas Hatters. Let's see what he's got to go up against Francisco Lindor from the Columbus Cardinals. This one's got some wheels. Can center fielder Bellinger catch it? No! It's going to go off the base of the wall in the dirt, but look at Lindor. He's going to round second, head for third, and get in safely. That is a no-out triple, a leadoff triple for Francisco Lindor, and then the catcher from Washington, the Swamp Monsters, Alex Jackson, is going to hit a double, an RBI double that gives the AL another run. It's 2-0 here. deGrom strikes out Mookie Betts. Bregman comes up. He's going to ground out to second baseman for the second out of the inning. Here is a little fly ball, little pop-up to the left fielder. That's Christian Yelich. He makes the play, and the AL can't scratch across another run. But Ross Stripling comes on in, gets one guy to K, 3-0 count. Starling Marte draws a walk, 2-2 count, and that's going to be a base hit. Now runners on first and second here with only 1 down, and Christian Yelich gets a base knock. So that was one of your questions. But is he going to get the RBI? Yes! Starling Marte slides in safely and cuts the lead in half. It is 2-1. Ross Stripling gives up the RBI single to Yelich. So runners on first and second here. Bellinger comes up and fouls out to Freddie Freeman. And Matt Olson, can he get the job done? Ground ball to first base. Freeman makes the play, and it remains 2-1. Pitching change here for the NL, the Naturals League. Freddie Freeman facing Shane Bieber, and Bieber's going to get the 1 strikeout. Ground ball here to Flores, makes the play to first, and we're going to go to the next inning. Let's take a look at Reagan Landish. These are really quick highlights, guys. We got to get through inning after inning after inning. But Reagan Landish, one of the custom prospects, is going to get a fly out from Josh Donaldson. He's going to fire here to Keston Hiura, who's going to get a strikeout. Strikeout completed after the throw down to first, and then a strikeout here on Wilmer Flores. So, hey, Reagan Landish, the rookie for Oklahoma, the Hawks, he's pitching extremely well. Now let's go to Francisco Lindor against Tomoyuki Sugano from the Los Angeles Knights. Lindor continues to stay hot. He gets a single. Here's 1 down. He gets a stolen base. Man, Lindor is just stat stuffing for you guys that picked him. But here's Alex Jackson again. Fly ball to left field, and Yelich makes the play, but Lindor being aggressive here gets to third with 2 down. A single will most definitely score Lindor. No rhyme unintended there. Mookie Betts strikes out, and the AL can't scratch across another run. They had a good opportunity to do so, though. Keegan Aiken from the Michigan Mallards is going to walk Starling Marte. He's going to get 2 walks already on the day, but look at this double play ball. Line drive back at first base, gets the out and the tag to go to the next inning. Jarrell Cotton from Dallas facing off against Alex Bregman. Bregman's going to get a base hit. That'll help you guys that picked him in the fantasy challenge a little bit, maybe, possibly. Ground ball here to second base, but Keston Hiura makes a nice play. That's a really nice play. But the runner will advance to second base. Freddie Freeman going to strike out. Jarrell Cotton. Good pitching, man. Got him on an 0-2 count here. Now ground ball, Jesse Winker. Ground ball to Wilmer Flores makes the play. Go to the next inning. Robbie De La Rosa from the New York Pizzazz against Christian Yelich. Ground ball On an 0-2 count, can't handle it. That sucks. So on an error, you got Yelich on base. He steals. Bellinger's going to strike out. And now you've got Matty O. Can he get it done? Can he do something against Robbie De La Rosa? There's a base knock right past second base. They're going to challenge the throw into right field. He is safe. Yelich slides in safely. The NL have tied it 2-2. And Keston Hiura, who's already got a hit and putting some balls in play, is going to pop up to Freddie Freeman. He makes the play at first in the infield grass. And then De La Rosa gets the ground ball to Freeman, and the threat passes. So either way, the NL ties it up. It's 2-2 at the end of the 6th inning. Returning to the bullpen now. Tommy Canley going up against Garrett Mitchell from the Pizzazz. He's going to strike out as a pinch hitter. You got Brandon Logan to strike out, and then Francisco Lindor going to ground out here. So a quick 1-2-3 inning in the 7th for Tommy Canley. Garrett Mitchell will replace Randy Arozarena. Will Harris comes in from the bullpen. So we're starting to get into those later innings and starting again to see a lot of these switcheroos happening. A lot of matchups being played here. Jorge Alfaro going to strike out against Will Harris, so that didn't pay off for the NL. D. Gordon going to pinch hit, 1-2 count, and he's going to strike out on Will Harris as well. So Will Harris comes in for the AL and does the job. D. Gordon's going to stick around for right field. Neo Zamora is going to come in from the Richmond Good Boys, and again, he just got all hard stuff. No soft stuff. It's all hard. But can Matt Justice, lefty on righty, custom prospect on custom prospect, can he get it done? 2-1 count. Ground ball, shortstop. Makes a play. It's Wilmer Flores. Tosses out Matt Justice from Wisconsin. Andy Burns from Phoenix. Guys, this is like really testing my player knowledge where these guys are at. So 1-0 count here to Andy Burns. He's going to get a base knock. Way to stay with it there, Andy Burns, young dude. Wilson Contreras going to pinch hit from Santa Fe, making his appearance in the All-Star game. Neo Zamora with a high leg kick, and that's going to be right over top of first baseman Matty Olson. And the throw does come into third, but nobody is advancing. So 2 down, Miguel Andujar for the Indiana Rams, hitting .224. 2-1 count. Can Zamora win the battle? It's going to be a fly ball to right field, line drive that is caught by D. Gordon, and we're going to the next inning. Matt Justice sticks around for right fielder Mookie Betts. Andy Burns is going to take over for Alex Bregman, and Miguel Andujar is going to play first for Freddie Freeman. Robert Stock coming in to face Andrew Vaughn. So Michigan Mallard versus Nashville Heat. Strikeout. Michigan Mallard wins the battle. JT Riddle, San Diego Defenders. Ground ball, back up the middle. Nice play. 2 down. Sam Huff, Atlanta Sting. Going against Robert Stock from Michigan. That's going to fall in right in front of Matt Justice. And he's going to test it. Oh, he's going to test it. Oh, the relay throw comes in, and Sam Huff. Oh, dude, you just got to get on base, man. You got to keep that inning alive. So, Andrew Vaughn replaces Christian Yelich. JT Riddle replaces Cody Bellinger. I feel like these guys are really playing out of position. It could be me, though. But Sam Huff's going to play first base for Matt Olson. I don't know if this is going to haunt these teams in the later innings with some defensive gaffes here, but James Hoyt is going to come on into the bullpen and face off against Yasiel Puig. So we got San Francisco Grizzlies pitcher against Las Vegas Nuggets outfielder Yasiel Puig. He's going to ground out. Daniel Palka, Michigan Mallard, hitting .299 with 14 bombs. They're looking for home runs now. They're looking for one swing of the bat to change it. But he's going to swing and a miss. He's going to K. So Brandon Lowe's still in the game. One of the initial starters of the AL's roster. And he's going to pop up to the outfielder. Left fielder makes the play. Puig replaces Jesse Winker. Palka replaces Garrett Mitchell. And they go to the bullpen, Nick Goody. And to be honest with you, this is where my gaffe comes in. I don't remember where Nick Goody is playing. So that is where I fail. He might be playing for Phoenix, actually. I think that's right. But Nick Goody comes in, gets the first out of the inning, and now Keston Hira comes up. He's been playing all game long, and he's going to lift the fly ball here to left fielder. Oh, but look at this. Lindor can't make the play right in front of Yasiel Puig, and that's going to give the NL a chance. But we got a ground ball. Throw to second. Back to first. No, only getting one. Only got one. So Connor Joe with some speed is going to come in to pinch run here. And, oh, getting the strikeout. Getting the strikeout. That was a huge K to end the 9th inning. We're going to the top of the 10th. Will Myers comes in to play third base for Josh Donaldson, Connor Joe for Wilmer Flores, and Matt Strom comes in for the Colorado Coyotes in the NL to face off against these AL All-Stars. He gets the first out in the top of the 10th. This is a big spot right here. Ground ball. Makes the play. 2 down. AL is starting to run out of outs here in this inning. We got Matt Justice. Ground ball here to second. Makes the easy toss to first, and now the NL has an opportunity to end the game on a walk-off. Can they do it? But not if it's up to Noah Ramirez. Let's see what they've got. Anthony Rizzo, 291. I'm surprised he hasn't played until now. 2-0 count, and Rizzo shoots it to left field. He went opposite field. He's going to beat the shift. He's going to roll into second base with a leadoff double. The throw gets away. That's a classic Yasiel Puig play. I can't hit the cutoff man. But it's going to give Paxton Burnside, Colorado Coyote, an opportunity to win the game for the NL. Can he do it? Curveball right down the middle. He's going to ground out to third base. He can't even move the runner over. So the rookie fails in this attempt. But it was a high-pressure situation. Can't get on him too much. Michael Conforto, ground ball up the middle, but look at the play by Francisco Lindor to save the game potentially. If that ball went up the middle, that would have been game over, but JT Riddle says, let's end it now. Over the heads of all the outfielders into the gap, off Big Blue, and the NL will win in one of their own home venues, their home stadiums. This is Carolina's home stadium. They play in the National League. Naturals League, and they win it for the NL crowd. They win it for the home crowd, despite the AL. Alex Jackson had a really good game. Francisco Lindor had a good game. Had a lot of guys that actually performed really well, but that play right there definitely saved the game. The game would have been over had that ball gone up the middle. Center fielder would have had to make a play at home. That's a great play by Lindor, but either way, JT Riddle comes up with a big hit, comes up with a big knock, and the NL gets a win in front of their hometown fans. All right, so guys, that's going to do it for the All-Star festivities. Let's go ahead and simulate all the way to the trade day, which is July 31st, and give you guys a little bit of a standings update. So the next couple screens, you're going to see a standings update for each division, and I want to talk to you guys about what's going to happen here in the next couple of days. So I'm offering up the Discord members only to be able to vote on the trades, all the trades inside the Google form that I'm going to post inside the Discord. So you guys, as Discord members, it's going to be a Discord perk for you guys only. For those of you that are watching this video, I can't cover every single trade. We're already half an hour through this video. It would be about an hour and a half video to talk about every single trade. So I'll post a video, an unlisted video, inside the Discord talking about every single trade if you want to watch it. If you don't, you don't, that's fine. But Discord members are very engaged members of this community and this series, and I want you guys to be able to have an extra perk to be able to vote on those trades. Trades that get 60% yeses will go through. If you get 59 or 58, not going to go through. So just keep those in mind. I'll see you guys in the trade talk. The first trade that we're actually going to look at is within the NL East, and we are going to look at the Richmond Good Boys moving on from Tyler Freeman for Yaro Munoz. Now, the thing with Yaro Munoz is that he can play anywhere. He's a nice little utility guy, would fit perfectly with what the Good Boys are trying to do. We can move on from Freeman. He's not getting a lot of playing time, and plus, as a user that's playing with a lot of these second basemen that are trying to juggle with these guys, you got Irving Lopez, B potential. Urias is probably the better guy right now. He's been hitting. He's hitting 284 currently. And then you've got, of course, at shortstop, you've got a situation where you've got Bobby Witt and you got Darius Wilson. And I know that Bobby Witt can't necessarily play second in the show, but I think if we wanted to mix and match with these guys, mix them around a little bit, Witt can play second, Wilson can play short, or you swap them. You've also got Ronnie Mauricio here at 18 years old with an A potential. Like, we've got shortstops, we've got young infielders, and so it just is like a position for us that we can move on from, and Tyler Freeman is young, and Munoz can help us out in the outfield, because right now Casey Golden, not really cutting it, guys. 223, no power to speak of. Then you've got Kyle Lewis, you've got Mark Canha. Those are good additions there. Good players that are really helping us out here. Joe Adell at AAA level right now, hitting 245. And, you know, a couple home runs. He's got 4, so still a good corner utility outfielder, left, center, and right. And then you got Johan Mieses, who is seeing some progression, right, with some of the power numbers, the vision numbers, the discipline's going up a little bit, but he's hitting 209 on the season, right? 24 years old. He's a little bit on the older scale. You got 4 more years probably for him to actually reach the potential that he should be. And, you know, I'm looking at this like our outfield, at least our corner outfield, needs a little bit of help. You know, so Yara Munoz can fill that need. He can fill in at second base in the infield if we need to. Makes sense for us. And for the Rams, it makes sense for them because you've got an older Carlos Asuaje here. You've got Andy Young, a 69C, Devin Mann, 67C. You've got some older players here at second. Tyler Freeman would make sense for this trade for both teams. One for us trying to make a playoff push, and then, of course, for the Rams, trying to get a little bit younger, trying to get more depth at the youth, at least in the infield. The next trade we have in the NL East would be for the Philadelphia Flight. So they're currently in last place in the division. They're not really going anywhere right now. They got some older pieces like Darvish, which we might see on the move here a little bit later. But Seager is 33 at third base, right? He's a good player. He's hitting 285, 13 homers, 46 ribbies at the break. It seems to make sense that this team in last place would probably try to move on from that. But in order to do that, you got to get something back, right? So if Dallas wants to get Kyle Seager, they got to give up a little something, right? They don't want to give up on Derek Caro, 68, 22, third baseman. But, you know, let's face it, he's no Kyle Seager, right? 272, 4 home runs, 38 ribbies. They need some power on this team. They currently don't really have a lot of power on the team. You got Nick Madrigal at 2 homers. You got Tristan Casas here with 9. I don't think they have a double-digit home run hitter right now on the team, unless you got Josh Reddick, who's got 10. So if you want to throw in Jared Kelenic here, he's got 7, right? So you've got some decent power here, but, I mean, even Gordon Rosen's a guy that's been playing a little bit more lately, has nothing. He's not a home run hitter. He's a contact guy, contact speed guy. And for the Flight, they want to get a little bit younger, and they're going to go after Gordon Rosens here in left field. They got David Dahl, who's hitting 27, going to be 28 next season. He's going to be a free agent, actually, after the end of this year. But I'll talk to you guys about how the offseason is going to work a little bit later as we move forward into that period. But, you know, Gordon Rosens for the Flight, at this point, the Flight probably want to see what sticks, see what the young guys are going to be, you know, part of their plan going forward. Maybe Rosens can play center field. Brett Phillips not really doing too much, right? 237, 10 homers, maybe split some time with these guys. It just depends on what you want to do, right? But Kyle Seager would be a good get for Dallas in first place in the NL Central. And then I think, you know, Mick Abel at the starting pitching spot, and then you've got Gordon Rosens. I think this is a good addition for a 19-year-old A potential. I think this is a good ad for the Philadelphia Flight. I think it's a good ad for the Dallas Hatters. Next trade in the NL East, you got the Miami Moonshots trying to make a deal here, trying to keep up with Atlanta and keep up with Richmond. So in order to do that, their pitching staff numbers are not that great, guys. The only real guy that's doing something right now is RJ Dixon. Look at his numbers, 139. So the rookie, 8 games started, 4-2, 45 innings, 7 earned, 40 Ks, 12 walks. This guy's been amazing. Now, Dane Dunning has been okay, 4.25. Dallas Keuchel, 3.49. So even the ace of the staff right now is okay. Josh James, 4.06. So if Miami really wants to do something this season towards the second half of the year, I think its pitching staff that's got to get fixed up, because the only guy that's doing anything right now is RJ Dixon. Now, in order to do that, there's not a lot of guys that are currently on the block as far as starting pitching goes. They probably could have gone after Darvish, but that's an interdivision trade, probably not likely to happen. Josh Lindblom for the Portland Pioneers would be a guy that would be good for Miami. It would make a lot of sense for Miami to go after. He'd slide right in as that number 2. It pushed Dane Dunning down and Josh James, along with RJ Dixon, going up against a lot of teams' 4 and 5 starters. So it would make sense. However, the thing with the Pioneers, they don't have a ton of really top-end pitching prospects, so to speak. So, you got Tukey Toussaint, 22A, Kirby, 22A, right? So those two are kind of guys you want to hang your hat on, right? But other than that, and no disrespect here to TJ Zike, Cole Franklin at 21 and a B, no disrespect to these guys, but you look at their starting staff here, and you don't have a lot of, you don't have a bevy of pitching prospects. You go after a guy like Daniel Castano, who would be kind of a throw-in here, 25B, but really what you're getting is a 21A with Edward Cabrera. So if you're Portland, you're looking at this season as a lost cause. Lindblom, 33 years old. Are you really going to do much next season in his last year of a contract? Probably not. And you're in last place, right? Or you're close to the bottom of the league. So it makes sense for both teams. I think that this is a trade that should go through if you guys do vote on it. Win-win for both squads. Next trade in the NL East involves the Atlanta Sting and, again, the Portland Pioneers. They are moving on from Hernan Perez, a 29-year-old, 76 overall player. And really, the purpose of this trade is you're trying to acquire a little bit more of an overall utility type of guy that can help you as far as Atlanta goes in that lineup. Because right now, they don't have a lot of power at second base. Beckham he's got 13 home runs, right? He's doing well, 276, 90 strikeouts though. It's a lot for halfway through the year. And Tim Beckham is a DH right now because his fielding stats are not really that good. Not a guy that you'd be playing at second base. Ryan Goins is a guy that is playing second base for Atlanta. So if you're trying to make this move, you're really trying to slide somebody in like Hernan Perez that can give you a little bit of everything and keep Beckham at DH. Because right now, Goins, 1 home run, 20 ribbies, 235, plays good defense. That's about it. And if you're trying to catch and hold off Miami, and you're trying to catch Richmond, you got to be able to make a move. You got to make something happen. But right now, Joey Meneses is playing well, 323 at first. You got Rob Brantley, who's hitting well, 283. Not a lot of home runs if you're Rob Brantley, but Sam Huff made the All-Star team, 271, so you can't really make a move for a catcher there. Luis Toribio is playing really well, 11 homers, 270 in his rookie campaign as a 19-year-old. Kiner Falefa can't really move him, 284, so they're kind of stuck, really. You got Tim LeCastro playing well, too, 285, 30 RBIs, 27 stolen bases. Like, what do you do? Hyun-Soo Kim, 262, 12 home runs. I just don't know what moves you make. Kyle Isbell getting a little bit of playing time here, 242. Not doing too bad, but Pache, he's too good to bench at this point. You want that potential. You want that 74 overall player out there. Plus his fielding statistics are very good. He's a good defensive player in center field. Then you got Markakis out there in right. So, again, what do you do if you're Atlanta? How do you get better? And I think this is really the one way that you can get better. Solving second base, getting a nice overall player like Hernan Perez, slide him into second, play him there, put Beckham at DH, leave the rest up to fate. Next trade in the NL East would involve the Carolina Blue Sox. Now this one is probably not necessarily a blockbuster, but it's one of the top end trades of this trade day in the GGBL. And how does this make sense? Why would this make sense? Why would a team like the Blue Sox want to get rid of a 18-year-old A potential shortstop to go acquire a player like Jeff Samardzija? Well, the Jacks are not doing well. They're probably not making the playoffs. They're trying to blow this thing up. And Samardzija's pitching well. He's 7-6 on a bad team. 318, 105, 75 Ks, 19 walks, got good control. The problem with the Blue Sox is that their offense is fairly good. It's a competent offense. However, their pitching staff outside of Dakota Hudson, not doing too well. 2.24, 1.12 for Dakota. Sean Reed Foley, 4.45 ERA. Felix has got a 5 ERA. He's 5-9. Mike Leake's pitching well at a 2.8. He's probably one of their more consistent guys. And then Brandon Waddle at 4.27 got a lot of potential, but you know the numbers are just not there right now. So going out and acquiring Jeff Samardzija, who's pitching really good, 36 years old, could fit right into where this team wants to go and make a push in that NL East. However, it's going to cost you a pretty penny, and they're not really doing much with Luisiano. They're just not. They've got Seiko, they've got Urizara, two young shortstops already coming into their own. It seems like a lot to give up, given that Luciano could probably outplay Urizara, Seiko. I mean, maybe Seiko could eventually play second or third somewhere, but it seems to be the type of move that the Blue Sox in real life would try to make. You gotta, if you want to go after a high-priced and hot commodity like Samardzija, you gotta come out with the best offer. And you got to think that Samardzija would be drawing a lot of trade interest from across the league. You got to give up something to get something. I think this makes sense for both squads. So let's actually move out to the AL Central now. So we covered the NL East trade opportunities for teams. Let's go to the AL Central because we were just on the Minnesota Jacks screen looking at trading Jeff Samardzija. The next move that I think that they should make would be Ross Stripling. So Ross Stripling was an all-star, but I think they should probably move on from him. And I think that they have to do this because they need to get some of their younger pitching up and get those guys some experience and get those guys going. Because this team right now is old in the pitching staff. You know, you got Odorizzi, Samardzija, Stripling. You got to make some room for some up-and-comers. Plus, what this does is it really helps them figure out in the offseason, you know, who to target and basically who to really call up for next season for your younger staff. So, like Sean Hell, you got Jose Rodriguez here with a B, Blaine Enlow with an A, like maybe he gets the call as a 64. It's going to be a rough next year. You just set yourselves up, really. Minnesota wanted to go with the veteran pieces here at pitcher. Didn't work out this season. Now you're kind of paying for it now. So blow it up, blow with the pitching staff, go with a little bit younger guys and see what happens. Throw some darts at the wall. So who is going to go acquire Ross Stripling? If you guys vote for it, I'm thinking it's got to be the Hawks. It's got to be the Oklahoma Hawks, because right now you look at their staff, it's relatively young, right? Reagan Landish was an all-star, Mackenzie Gore, 20 years old, 263, he's pitching great. Corbin Martin, 4.95 though, 4.95. Luke Weaver, 3.83, nothing too spectacular for an ace. Jeffrey Passantino, 4.97, not good. So they need a little extra oomph there, so I think Ross Stripling makes sense for this team. Given his numbers at a 206, 79 Ks, 24 walks. He's 7-5 on a bad team. And Ross Stripling's always been one of my favorite pitchers. So really, what do you ask for if you're the Jacks? If it's me, I'm asking for some youth in the pitching staff. I want to get a little bit of something back. I want to get a lot of something back. And if anything, I'm probably going to be asking for Spencer Howard, number one. I definitely want me some Spencer Howard here. In AAA right now, he's pitching 2.79, 1.23. He's 4-2. Not too bad. I'm probably asking for that because he's a 66B. I'm probably also asking for Ethan Hankins, and I think that should be a good enough trade to go get Ross Stripling. You get two young pitchers. If you're the Hawks, you're thinking that this is a good deal for you. You've already got a young pitching staff as it is. You're acquiring someone who's playing really well right now. Could help you push in that AL West. I think that this makes sense. Let's look at Ethan Hankins' numbers for you guys out there that are wanting to know that. He's 2.59 with a 1.3, 78 and 32 strikeouts to walks, 7-3. I think it's a good trade. That's up on the board for you guys to vote on as well. So heading on back to Philadelphia here for just a moment. We got Yu Darvish on the block. 34 years old. Not really part of their plan going forward. And again, you guys get to vote on this. If you don't think that this is a good deal, you can say no. It doesn't have to go through. However, 60% yeses. If you get 60% yeses, it will go through. If you get 59%, 58%, no, it doesn't go through. It's got to be 60% in order to pass. So, you guys have the power. You guys have the final say in order to do it. All right, so what team is going to go after Darvish? Well, it's going to be the Washington Swamp Monsters. This is a team that is in the fight for the wild card in the All-Stars League, so the AL. So what do you got to go give up to go get you Darvish? Well, a team that's embracing the youth movement and the tank, you got to offer something back. You got to offer an A potential pitcher like Grayson Rodriguez. He's a 69, but he's not pitching too well right now. In fact, he's pitching terribly. 192, 642. Maybe you can feel like, maybe the flight feel like they can go push him over and, give him a new change of scenery here and help him out a little bit. So Grayson Rodriguez got all the potential in the world at 20 years old. You're basically shaving off 14 years on a player that you can try to work with who's just almost reaching that 70 overall rating. Got a lot of good stuff, 93, got a lot of good pitch repertoire there, slider change, curve, two-seam, can move it around a little bit. Probably a guy that you can work with. So that's one player. Next, you want to go after Ryan Ripken, 26-year-old first baseman. He's got some decent hitting numbers there, some pretty solid fielding. He's just kind of a throw-in right now, and at first base, you don't really have a ton of youth there. You got Carter at 34. Vargas is you're pretty much your only guy. Listies is 58. You're going after Ryan Ripken as the throw-in there. So he's just a guy that's thrown in. The next piece that you're going to get is Isan Diaz, a 24-year-old A potential player at second base. Now, when you look at this, Manuel Linares can play short. That's kind of where I'm thinking that he should go, given his defensive numbers. And he's eventually going to be a pretty good power hitter, too. He bats left-handed. Linares, 22B. You can pretty much fit him whenever you want to. Chase Utley's going to retire soon. Isan Diaz can play shortstop, can play second. Middle infielder guy. He's a good player. Hasn't really gotten it done in his past, though, with pretty much some bad batting averages. But, at the AAA level, he's hitting, man. 285, 385. 6 stolen bases, getting on base with 46 walks and driving people in. So I feel like it's a decent trade for you, Darvish, who's aging, by the way. You're not going to get a ton of value back for him, considering the age factor, too. You're only going to get him for a couple more years if you're Washington, and you got to consider that. So really the two big pieces here are Grayson Rodriguez with an A, Isan Diaz with an A, middle infielder. Those are really two strong positions, getting two guys there, and then Ryan Ripken's the throw-in. So you guys get to vote on that. Let me know what you think in the voting. I'm always looking forward to see you guys' feedback. And honestly, that's going to be it for tonight's episode, guys. So leave a like if you like this thing. Keep in mind that I did not show you every single trade. So please keep in mind that. It's all going to be based on Discord members only that are going to be able to vote on these trades if they like them or if they don't. And the reason for that is because, well, I know that Discord people are very dedicated to the series, so they're going to be putting their whole time and investment into figuring out if these trades make sense for each team or not, and it's going to be a very quality vote. So no offense to you guys that are not in the Discord, but I strongly urge you, if you guys want to be a part of some of the deeper things to vote on, like the All-Star Game venue, the stadium, maybe even trades like this, trade talks, maybe off-season things like that, of that nature once we get closer towards the off-season. It's all going to be pretty much based on Discord members only to have that perk. So make sure you guys are joining in, and that's how we get that community involvement to be at an all-time high. So, of course, like I mentioned, I didn't show you guys every single trade in this video. That would have been about an hour-and-a-half long video, which is again the reason why I wanted to make it very Discord member focused. That way you can see all the trades as I discuss them in a separate unlisted video if you want to be able to know that rationale of why some trades make sense for some teams and why some teams didn't make trades, like the Michigan Mallards or the Chicago Breeze They're in first place. They've been in first place all year long. Why did they not make a move? So we'll talk about that in that unlisted video. But guys, it's going to be it for tonight's video. Leave a like if you like this thing. I will see you later on next week for a trade day recap as well as an August simulation. Then after that, that's going to be the last episode of the regular season of year number 1. We'll get through September, we'll get through October, and then we'll preview the playoffs after that. And then before you know it, we're going to be crowning a champion. So guys, leave a like if you like this thing. I'll see ya later on next week. As always, thank you for watching, and peace.